Well, hello friends. Today we are gonna work a little bit on GUI stuff, and it's the terminal recently got a little settings window here, thanks to Chris, who's one of my faithful contributors. And the window here can be dismissed, and then you can bring it back again. But one thing that happens is that if the window is obscured, for instance, and then you ask for it, then it doesn't pop up above the other stuff, even though it's still back here. And that's because if we were to dismiss it and ask for it again, then it would create a new window. But if the window already exists, the app has no way of like shoving it to the front, basically. So that's something that I would like to add. And it would be something like a G window move to front API that tells the window server, hey, please move this window to the front. So let's implement that. And we'll start in G window because, we'll start actually at this place where we're going to use this. So that would be in the terminal main file. So it's here. And settings window, where are you? Here is the settings window. Here's Chris's crazy indentation. Chris, please. all right. But he edits this, so he gets to indent. But what do we have here? Okay, so basically, if this is null, then we create a new one. But if it's not null, then we are gonna just tell the old one to show up. So actually, I said that he gets to indent, but I'm gonna re-indent because I'm gonna edit it. So let's see, so I can see what the heck I'm doing here. If settings window, well, show, I guess we can actually do something like move to front. Should we call it bring to front? It's kind of snazzy. Do we have that anywhere else? Oh. Kind of like that. Bring to front. Move to front or bring to front? It's going to be bring to front. Okay. So then let's go in G window. And let's just add the API for that. So maybe we can put it next to show here. Bring to front. Okay. And what we're going to do with that request is, first thing is, if we don't have a window ID, that means that we don't exist in the Windows Server reality, so no point in continuing at that point. But if we do exist, we are going to make a request. And it's going to be a Windows Server API, client message of type, bring window to front. Yeah, I think that'll be it. And the window ID is going to be my window ID. And I think that's really all that we need. And then we can just say G event loop, post message to server, request, and no extra data, and that's it. I think that's all we need, because we're not going to wait for a response to this one. We're just going to let it be asynchronous, because it doesn't really matter. The Windows Server can't really say anything meaningful that we would have to wait for. So let's add this new type. Well, it's been a while since I was making Windows Server messaging. So these are server messages, and here's a client message. So bring window to front. And then where do we receive this message? That would be in the Windows Server event loop. I guess we can just put it somewhere here, maybe at the bottom. WS API, client message, type, bring window to front. Why am I suddenly confused about this? Oh shit, what was I editing? Include Windows Server. This isn't what I wanted to edit. Oh shit. Why is it in my Q creator is all confused. I'm editing the wrong file here. Okay, so this is the one that we want to edit. And no, you're still confused about this? Okay, well, seems like we need to make a little bit of an edit here. Yeah, okay, so I guess that's that. Why now? Why do you do this to me? How do you do this thing? Wait, so what? It's just my Q creator is screwed up here. Let's see. So why can't you find these things? WS API types. Is it included through some relative path or something? Windows Server. Okay, so then servers. So we need servers to be one of the include paths. Is that it? Yes, that was it. Okay. I accidentally deleted all my QCreator config files earlier today, so I've been sort of recreating them. Apparently that's something that I got wrong, but it's totally unrelated to any of this. So when we get the bring window to front, we are going to construct a WS API bring window to front request with the client ID and the message window ID. Break. Okay, then we actually need to have such a thing. So that will be one of these, I suppose. Or can we just inherit from someone? Create menu bar request. Yeah, so oh shit. Let's take one of these and, or better yet, let's find one that has a window ID and then we can just copy that. This guy right here. Get window title request. You look perfect for this. What the heck did I want to call it? Bring window to front request. Right. And we put that here. That's an API bring window to front request type. Cool. And we just put that here somewhere. Okay. Now we can go in the Windows Server client code and add a handle request overload for that particular request type. Wow, I forgot how much boilerplate was involved here. Bring window to front request. Handle request. Alright. And do we have one that manages window IDs? I guess here, set window opacity, so we can just piggyback a little bit here and do like that. Wait, what am I trying to do? There is client connection. Right. I wanted that. Okay, we're almost there. Window to front request. Okay, finally we are in the Windows Server and we should have the window pointer that corresponds to the request. So do something like window move to bring to. I guess we'll just have to add a function for this. So bring to front. Or didn't we have something for the set active, and no? Okay. Well, bring to front. And call it bring to front in WS window. But what this really is going to do is, oh, look at that, move to front and make active. Do we want to make active? Yeah, I guess we do. So we can just call that move to make active. Oh, right, because it's on the window manager. So manager the move to front and make active window. Cool. Let's see if this builds. Somebody should really fix these warnings. Maybe I should. Oh, frick, what's that? Reaches end of function. Non-void function. Oh, I'm just gonna see what that is. That doesn't sound good. Oh, oopsie. Well, start not reached. That's not very good. Let's just say wallpaper mode simple in that case. And let's just fix that as an unrelated fix. Let's say Windows Server. Don't reach the end of mode to enum by returning something. Okay. Right. Mode to enum. Well, whatever. So we're gonna have to rebuild everything because we're changing the windowing protocol. So let's just do that. Let's look at what move to front make active actually does. Okay, so if it's blocked by a modal window, then we don't do anything. Okay. And unless we are already the frontmost window, then we invalidate, and then we put ourselves at the front of the window stack and then make it active. Okay, so that's cool. Seems like I've been using the move to front variant. Oh shit, yeah, I've been calling it this in a bunch of places. Well, consistency is important, so let's be good boys and change that to move to front. Or we could change the old stuff to be bring to front. Which path do we choose? Which seat can I take? All right, let's check this out. So we put you here, and that didn't do shit. Okay. Well, why doesn't that work? Did it even say anything? Bring to front. Did we even get here? If and wait. Oh shit, I'm screwing this up totally. I should be checking if there's not a window ID. See, I was just looking at show here and copying it. Yeah, so if we don't have a window ID, we should return. That's a dumb mistake. So let's just rebuild libgui and terminal, because then we don't have to do a full rebuild. try that again. Get back there. Come on. Ah! Why not? Why don't you work? Okay, well, guess we're gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way. Bring it to front. And event loop. Bring to front. And I already know what the problem is. It's that when we are in the client connection, we are supposed to call that overload when we get one of those messages, but we don't because we don't include it here in the big switch statement. So bring to front window, whatever request. Bring window to front request. And then we don't need you. And now we only need to rebuild the Windows server. Okay. So let's, come on, fingers crossed. Come on. Ooh, there it is. Once more. Ooh, look at that. Nice. Okay, cool. And then if it goes away, then pops back up. Just like you would expect. Okay, and the controls, they still work. And the visual bell still works. Thanks, Chris. That's very cool. The audible bell still beeps. Cool. So I think we can look at a patch review. So, here's me futzing with the indentation. Sorry, Chris. But I edited it, so if you edit, then you get to change. Let's see. Actually, there's one part of that indentation that I would like to change already, I can tell. It's very, very important. But I recently, we recently added, it wasn't me, but it was Robin who did, he added Clang format config file to the repository, so I'm trying to conform to that style. I mean, actually, let me see how far off we are from that style right now, because I have I think I have a key combination here that's supposed to do that. I don't know if it actually works. Beautifier, Clang format. Did it actually change something? Terminal. Doesn't seem to change anything. Well, let me see if that's really true. Clang format dot I main CPP. Okay, so a bunch of stuff changes. There's this thing here that I was thinking of, but what actually changed? A whole bunch of gunk. Well, that's gonna make the patch look shitty, so let's not do that. And I'm even gonna be a super good citizen here and only add this line. Not because this is my favorite indentation, but because it makes the patch look nicer, and that's what matters right now. Okay, so bring to front. Cool. Then we're adding that. And we're gonna rename it right away, because otherwise I'll forget. Move to front. Okay. And also bring to front. Oh wait, bring window to front. Yeah, that's one. That's the one. Move window to front. Okay. And we can just rebuild. Okay. Right, so back to the patch review. So move to front. If we don't have a window ID, it's a no-op. Otherwise, we create a message to the Windows server that says move window to front. This is the window ID, and then we post it. Okay, and it's asynchronous. We don't have to wait for a response. And then we're adding the API here for gwindow move to front. And then this is the client message type, move window to front. Doesn't need any new data members. It's just a message type. Okay. And then here in client connection, Windows Server client connection, handle requests for the move to front API. We look up the window in the window map, and if we find it, we just move it to front and make active. Cool. And then here is the dispatch based on the Windows Server event type. And here's the boilerplate, more boilerplate, and some more boilerplate here, converting the client message into a Windows Server event loop message. And finally, this thing here that we didn't actually use, so we should remove that. Okay. I think that's pretty good. So let's commit this. Let's say Windows Server test GUI. Add G window. Make it pause. Bring a window to the front. G window. Move to the front. Used to move a window to the top of the window stack. Yeah. Use this to terminal. We use this in terminal to bring the settings window to the front if it already exists when it's requested, in case it's hiding behind something. Cool. Okay, so that's nice. Let's see that again. And I lost my window, and there it is. Aha. Nice. Okay, cool. I think that's going to be it for today's video. Still getting used to being tired from work and finding the time to make the videos, but obviously today is weekend, so I wasn't that tired. But it's gonna take some getting used to this new groove. But I hope I can do it, and I'm happy that you're here, and I hope to see you next time.